Hello friends, I am Gauri Shankar Ekvar and I welcome you in my video. Today's topic is Bad Bank in India and Insight. So let's start. So we'll start with what is a bad bank. So the bad bank is an institution which takes over the bad loan, that is NP accounts from the banks, has specialized management, focuses mainly on recovery from NP accounts by way of restructuring of loans, legal action, one-time settlement, change of management, and the last allows good bank to focus on core businesses of lending. So the bad bank is basically an organization or institution which takes over the bad loan from the banks, and it has a very specialized management. The focus of management is only on the recovery from these bad loans. So the recovery of the loan, they do restructuring, they take legal action, they involve this party with one-time settlement and the change of management as well they also do. Further, this bad bank, they allows good bank to focus on core activities because now the bad loan they have already taken over. So that good bank means other bank they can focus on their core business. Is it a new concept? No. Post financial crisis of 2008, many countries have tried this model. For example, USA, Ireland, Sweden, Finland, Indonesia, Belgium, Germany, United Kingdom, etc. The few names are Mellon Bank, Retriva, Securum in Sweden. So this concept had help in many ways. So that's why in India also the discussion is on, and in India we are planning to have this kind of bad bank. So to resolve the rising NPA issue in India. Structures of bad bank. There can be many structures of this bad bank. So first one is internal resolutions. Like at present, many banks are having the internal departments or vertical, especially focused on recovery of the bad loans. However, in this case, like the loan remains with the bank and there is no this cash component or like the sale involvement is not there. So whenever there is a recovery, in that case only they get the cash. Otherwise, the provision remain in the balance sheet, asset remain in the balance sheet. So the asset and the provision both remain with the bank. Only thing there is a specially department or vertical are created so that these verticals they can focus fully on the recovery. So this is happening nowadays in all the banks. The second is special purpose vehicle like ARC or AMC model. So this is a very important thing because this is the model which the government of India is projecting for the bad bank. The third is hive of the bad loans to a new entity. So in this hive of what basically happens, the banks they hive up their entire portfolio of the bad loans to a new entity and they create new entity. But in case what happens, though the loans are transferred to the new entity, but the ownership remains with the this existing bank. So again, the bank is required to provide some capital for creating this kind of entity in case of hive up. The last thing is project-based model versus process-based model. So in the structure of this bad bank, there can be two approach. One is project-based and another is process-based. So in project-based model or approach is like when there is a project, there is a limited timeline for implementation of that project, or the project is set up for particular timeline so that it can achieve its object and it can create employment generation. So the same thing like in a project finance, in this project-based model, the ARC is created for a limited purpose. So suppose if say 1 lakh crore assets are transferred to ARC, so the focus is then within 5 or within 10 years, this bad bank will resolve or will recover the money from these bad loans, and otherwise the loss will be booked on these bad loans. But in process-based model, what happens? It is continuous basis approach. Like the bank do the business on continuous basis. So in the same case, same thing, the process-based model, the bad bank they recover, and again the new this loan portfolio added to their portfolio, bad portfolio, they again recover. So this is ongoing process. So this happens basically in two. So the project based model is basically more important because it has certain time frame. So otherwise the purpose again will be not achieved in its true spirit. Now the reason behind the bad bank in India. So presently the GNPA is around 8%, that is gross NPA in the banking sector is around 8%. And as per RBI, that financial stability report, COVID-19 crisis may push the level of NPA to their highest level in past 20 years. In fact, the RBI has also recognized the fact that the COVID crisis is a unique crisis which happened in more than 100 years in the history of banking. So meaning by March 2020, the GNPA, that is gross NPA ratio, may climb up to 15%. In case the public sector bank, it will be most affected because in those cases, the GNPA may go up to more than 15% as well. Further, the common equity tier 1 capital may come down from 11.70% in March 2020 to 9.4% in worst case scenario, which is done by RBI. So therefore, keeping those background in mind, our finance minister in the recent budget has announced the state setting up a bad bank in India. So now let's have a look on the benefits of bad banks in the ARC structure. So first benefit is immediate cash recovery for the banks. So because what happens when these assets or the bad assets are transferred to ARC, the sale consideration is divided in two parts. One is cash and second is security receipt. So roughly around 20% is given in cash and balance for the ARC they issue the security receipt, which is considered as investment. So immediately the cash recovery in the bad loan is around 20%. Okay, so now the next is free up the capital of the bank. So the moment the bad loans transferred to ARC, there is a provision on this bad loan which got reversed by this bank. So to that extent, the capital is free. Then focus recovery. As we have discussed in earlier slide that the ARC, the main object is for recovery of the loans or resolution of these bad loans. So they have very focused approach for recovery. Now the third is fourth is professional management. So since ARC is specially created for recovery of the loans or bad this resolution of bad loan, the management is also focused, and there is a specialized management, and this is professional management who only focuses on the recovery. So there will be the professional management. There will be credit growth because now as this bad loans transfer from this bank book to ARC book, they will get recovery in terms of cash, plus the provision will also get reversed. So to that extent, the capital will be free. So that will give levy to do some more business to these existing banks. Improve in productivity of banks. So as we know that when there are NPA, the existing staff has to devote its attention towards new business as well as the recovery from these banks. So especially in these bad loans, when it comes to recovery, so it takes lots of efforts and lots of time and energy because once suppose there is a date of hearing for these bad loans in the court, so sometime up to entire day are spent in this court procedure. So sometimes this is very difficult for a officer to handle both new business as well as this recovery from this bad loan. So once these loans are transferred, definitely the productivity of these officers in the banks will improve. And then help in raising the capital because the bad loans are like a black spot on the balance sheet of a bank because there is a provisioning and there is right side there is a bad loan. So when they go to the market, it affects their rating. So once these bad loans are transferred and the balance sheet is completely cleaned up, so their rating also improves and they can focus on new business And plus this transfer of this bad loans, it also strengthen their balance sheet because now there is no black spot on this balance sheet, which also improves their rating. So it helps in raising the capital. Now, let's take a hypothetical example for transfer of this bad loan to this bad bank in an ARC structure. So in an ARC structure, these loans are transferred to the ARC for a sale consideration. So here we have assumed three type of scenario. One is the sale price is on premium, the sale price is at par, and the sale price is at discount. So let's say if the principal outstanding in all three cases is 990 crore, the interest outstanding is 1010 crore. So the total NPA is 1000 crore on these three cases. Now the value of securities in first case it is 1500 crore, second case 1000 crore, and third case 950 crore. So yes, here one thing which we need to mention, the important thing is why ARC buys this loan from the commercial bank or the bank, because all these loans they are having certain collateral or primary security, and that security sometimes is having more than value or less value or sometimes the par value. Suppose if there is a loan of 1000 crore but the value of security is 2000 crores, in that case the recovery chances plus the buyer will be more. So ARC sometimes they buy this loan on premium also because they recover the amount and they sell this to someone else, so they get the profit. So the next part is sale price. So sale price, because as the security in this first case is around 1500 crore, so the sale price is around 1200 crore, and in second 1000 crore and 950 crore in the third case. So what will happen here? So impact. So immediate cash recovery. Immediate cash recovery would be around 20% of the sale price. So that will be given by ARC to this bank. So in the first case, the bank will receive 240 crore. In second case, at par, they will receive 200 crore. In the third case, they will receive 190 crore as cash recovery. And then the provision, that provision was there of 50 crore in each case. So that provision will also get reversed. So that 50 crore will get reversed. And in the third case, the bank will book a loss of rupees 50 crore because the selling price is at discount. So now the new capital available for business for the banks. So the total is 290 crore, 250 crore, and 190 crore. So this is the new capital which is readily available to the bank so that they can do the business. So there is a ratio or that kind of debt equity ratio, or like for financial institution, they can go up to 10 times of their equity for the lending. So this will push the credit growth in the this banking sector. And for the remaining part, like we have discussed that the immediate cash recovery is around 20% of the sale price. For the balance 80%, the ARC they issue the security receipt. This is considered as investment in the book of bank. So the provisioning norms will be according standard norms for the investment as stipulated by the RBI. The next is losses of bad bank. So yes, when there are so many benefits for this bad bank, in creation of bad banks, there are some losses also. So first is shift in recovery efforts. So like when these banks are selling the loans, bad loans to ARC, then the shift or the focus shift from bank to the ARC. So normally they focus on doing a new business, but again there is a normal process that loan become NPA. So again, but since they are fully focused on doing the new business, so recovery happens less in banks. Then piling up of more NPAs. So as I have mentioned earlier, that when you are only focusing on new business and since recovery is being done by somebody else, so there may be a chance that this piling up of more NPA in the bank, then process-based bank may not be beneficial. So in the earlier slide, we discussed that there are two approaches of this bad bank or ARC. So in the process-based approach, what happens, there is no timeline. In what timeline you have to recover this amount and what will happen if this timeline is not made. So in that case, again, the scenario will remain same and the recovery may not happen faster and this will not have this bank as against the project-based approach, because there is a definite timeline, and if the assets are transferred at a particular level, then the target is given like within 5 years, this bank is set up to complete the resolution process or recovery process within 5 years from the creation of ARC or the bad bank. Then additional expenditure for the bank. So as this bank or ARC, the bad bank, when they buy this loan or bad loans from this bank and when they start recovery, they charge some management fees, and that is after the charging the regular expenses like legal expenses, administrative expenses. Other than, they also charge management fees. So this is an additional burden for the banks which have to pay to the ARC for getting the money recovered from these accounts. Had these accounts not transferred, this additional expenditure may not have been incurred. Next is increased dependency on third parties for recovery of debts. The last point is since the loans are transferred to bad banks, so now there is an enhanced dependency on the recovery of debt from this third party or ARC or bad bank. Then the challenges. So in setting up the bad bank, the first challenge is structural challenge. Like there can be many structures. Like there are presently that internal organization or creating a new organization through an existing bank or creating a ARC or SPV. So which model suits? It has to be considered in the present economic scenario in the country. Then ownership challenges, because when this ARC is created through the same bank, then again there may be conflict of interest for the recovery, because the same management is taking care of that recovery process. So in that cases, there can be some other structure where government of India may come up with another structure for putting some money and setting up an independent ARC, or there can be a chance then 4 5 major banks, they come together and they put money and create ARCs. So in those cases, the ownership challenge will be there. Then the next challenge is project-based structure versus process-based structure. So like we have discussed that both structure has are there in this ARC process, but project-based structures are more focused compared to process-based structure. So this is another challenge, how we can set up those ARC with this process-based or project-based structure. Then spillover effect of COVID. In the earlier scenario, there was no COVID. So sometimes there are some industries which were doing good, but in this, because of the effect of COVID, almost all industries have impacted, and especially due to lockdown, because it's a unique case, and I think it never happened in India that such kind of country lockdown was there for almost 2 3 months. So in that case, maybe this spillover effect of there, because the moment RBI has taken this resolution or special provision back, like this moratorium or like provisioning requirement, so there can be spillover effect. Then their NPA may suddenly go up. So because of this ARC may suddenly face to have the challenge of recovery from so much of that amount, that is so much of NPA in the bank book. So the conclusion. So the NPAs are basically like the wounds on a body of a soldier. So if there are wounds, the soldiers cannot focus on the battle, focus in the fighting in the battle. But if he's a fit and so he can focus in fighting, and there are more chance to win, and he can do his this performance better. So in the same way, if there is no NPA, and so bank can devote their focus on this generating new business on credit lending, and there will be credit growth. So there will be growth in economy. So again, the last thing is before this arriving, the government should think about the process-based bank or the project-based bank for setting up this bad bank. So this is all from my side. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you. Thanks again.